All right, all right, all right. What's up, world? Here we go again. Some more gems for you. I hope everybody that you kick it with adds some kind of insight to your life. Because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna let a couple more people come in. I'm gonna make it where you don't have to do a replay. You don't have to do a replay. I'll wait a minute. But if you choose to do a replay because you felt like you missed something, make sure you hit that like button. You know? Make sure you hit that like button when you're coming in. It's the easiest thing to do. Just like a lot of things in this world, but people choose not to do it. But as I reflect on my life, man, or you reflect on your life, does that mean that you're ready to grow? That's the question. As you reflect on your past, do you see you growing from your mistakes, if any? I don't know which one, what person think they perfect, but you have somebody in the audience to say, man, I ain't never messed up. Well, you ain't lived long enough. But people haven't lived long enough, got the best ideas, huh? Ain't been through no struggle, but can tell you how to get out your problems by reading a book. Man, you better miss me with that. You better miss me with that. I'm trying to reach down to them youngsters, but I appreciate everybody coming through the way they come through. Hit them like buttons. You got to hit that like button to get it in the avatar. Not avatar, algorithm. But I'm going to go back to what I said about the reflect. Let's talk about the avatars. I know yesterday I did a big spiel, but let me clarify something. I'm trying to swap knowledge and understanding. I'm trying to iron sharpen iron type motivation. That's what I'm trying to do. Iron sharpen iron type motivation. So I said something about avatars yesterday, but listen, check this out. If you are a private person, understand what the avatar is about. If I know you, you get a pass. If I don't know you, man, you're going to have to stand up and show face. Now, that's going to scare a lot of people away, man. It don't matter. There's other channels they can go to and cluck out. And I ain't going to call them clucks, but not stand behind their word. Put a picture behind it. But if I know you, to all my homeboys, I got the message. I ain't going to put you on your picture ain't got to be on here, but I got to know you. Because a lot of people can talk very intelligent. Outstanding person, you'll think. And they ain't got no goddamn job. How are they talking to us? Or ain't got nothing going on in their life. How are they talking to us? No, that ain't conceited. That is not conceited. It's about a man and a woman who's standing on principles and taking care of business. A lot of these clubs don't take care of business, but they talk all day on YouTube and want somebody to feel sorry for their struggle. No. You must get like we do. We go to work. I don't care if it's a night stockman at a HEB. I had that job before. A night stockman. A stockman, yeah, that's what it's called. At any kind of department store. Working on an assembly line through the night. Some of y'all y'all have too much pride to be going to get any kind of job, right? So you don't want no fast food job. You don't want a mechanic job. You don't want a grocery store job. That's beneath you. So stay broke or stay in trouble or stay looking behind your shoulder. That's the type of life you want? Well, that's going to get old real quick. You know, the first time that I feel free is when you ain't going to look in your rearview mirror. Yeah, that's the past back there. Leave it in the past. If you're doing good, you shouldn't have no way of feeling paranoid. A lot of people feel paranoid because the bad things they done to somebody. But back to this avatar stuff. You can get on here and have a conversation when I do my stream, y'all. Get repped up, right? And conversate and talking about what you doing. What is your recipe? What is your solution to your problem of getting off these goddamn streets, the trap? Now, I know everybody got their hustle. I'm not trying to preach a word. If that's all you know, whatever the fact, you need to pick up another trade, because it's a lot of people that's looking for the youth to step up because they getting old. They getting old. They can't carry y'all weight no more while y'all out here having fun. When I say having fun, you 25, under 30, 35, and you trying to rap. I don't go against the rappers, but make sure you got a backup plan. Because I seen a bunch of hobos in the alleyway. And all of them said when I was out there, I was this and I was that. And then they got on that crack, or they got on that powder, or they got on that heroin. They lost somebody in their life. They couldn't bounce back. It's all kind of problems out there to keep a person from getting off the ground. Now, I can tell you one thing. If you having a problem getting off the ground, instead of you jumping up on two legs and trying to get up that way, won't you ease yourself off the ground? So whatever was up there that knocked you down, you ain't no easy target no more. See, that's life. That's learning from your past, reflecting on your past. Whatever knocked you down, that same device shouldn't keep knocking you down. You know how it look. If you tend to trust somebody more than you trust yourself, you got the signs of that. See, I reflect back on my life, man, when I had no understanding. I was thinking that people just didn't understand me. I was different. Really what it was, to be honest with you, I was just misguided. I misguided myself. The people around me wasn't trying to, not all of them, keep me in a whirlwind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the people I chose to spend my time with without educating myself and coming up to my potential. So I know it's a lot of y'all that's out there that's following in that same web. And y'all probably looking at your spouse or your friend and say, hey, man, is he talking to us? Well, if the shoe fits wet. When was the last time your homeboy said, man, I see you grinding, and really be there for you. Really give you the shirt off his back because he see you grinding. Don't see me grinding and struggling and you thinking that you're going to benefit off my struggle. It's a lot of cats do that. It's a lot of females do that. They just want to be around the bag. And see, we know that a lot of people can't protect the bag, right? Too many rappers getting killed. But they had a lot of homeboys around them. Some of them stuck. When things happen so fast in your life, you don't know how you're going to react. Let's be truthful. You don't know how you're going to react. So don't talk so highly of yourself. It's a lot of things a tough guy going to have to figure out to live as long as I have. It ain't going with the wind. How everything is going with the wind because that's the least resistance, listen, sometimes you're going to have to go against that wind to get to the right place. To get to the right place in life, I say this. Man, I'm a man of error. I done effed up left and right. And I accept that. I ain't perfect. But I grow from that. Because nothing other than God can determine your future. Now, if you ain't believing in God, we're on two different playing fields. Because I know this world is consumed with Illuminati, satanicism. It's if you ain't got the memo, it's a spiritual battle going on right now. I ain't saying that you got to be a Christian, Muslim, Buddha, a Buddhist, Catholic. I ain't saying none of that. But whatever gonna keep your life right, if you choose religion, choose it. But you don't have to choose religion and still have your life right. Just believe in a higher creator, I would say. That's you can do what you want to do. You still upset because he took one of your loved ones. You can do what you want to do. You might be mad at him for your own personal reason. You can do what you want to do with believing, but believe in something. Because a lot of people don't even believe in themselves. So how do you think people going to invest in you and you don't even believe in yourself? Oh, you got the gift of gab, huh? But that's going to run out. You only can talk so long. And then people going to be looking at you, man, you can't finish nothing you started. You all talk. You don't want to be in that pool. I got some things coming for the channel in the near future. I'm going to try something out. I'm going to put not so much behind the scene. I do a lot behind the scene. I don't look for recognition. But I'm going to show y'all some traits and talent that y'all should be in high school getting familiar with. And if you pass up high school, everybody ain't college material. But if you ain't got nothing going on for yourself, this will be a good show. This will be a good addition to my show I'm going to start doing. Learn something. You know what I found out? There's a lot of people youngsters don't even know how to change tires, man. A lot of people don't know how to change tires. Guess what? I ain't gonna criticize you. It's your father's fault. Oh, your mama done took the man out the house. Well, it's your mama's fault. And your uncle still know you over there, single mama household. I ain't saying all single mamas don't go hard. Well, I'm gonna say this. This is not a group thing. You know who you are. If you gave your children all the opportunity to better themselves, then you know who you ain't. If you didn't give a goddamn about your children. You want the world to raise them. What's up, Dominique? You want the world to raise them. And with that said, this is what the outcome is. That attitude your children got, that's the world raising them. Now, no child is perfect. I wasn't perfect. And I was very respectful to my elders. But they say I was a troublemaker. You know, as I'm going to talk to the brothers. I'm going to talk to the indigenous people to this land. Or wherever y'all from. You know the only thing that we got, because we trendsetters. You come up with a song, come up with a dance, where they getting that from? But they don't like our culture. A lot of y'all make it very easy not to understand our culture. Because the only thing you say, oh, we good entertainers. But you got some knowledgeable people that got traits that surpass a lot of people that, it's hard for us to shine. Because you got all that negativity that's floating around. Yeah. Y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. Appreciate you. If you don't know who I am, first time viewing my channel, you get the alias. Because one thing I found out about this YouTube is a bunch of messy, immature individuals. Just because they ain't got their life going, they'll try to ruin your life and put you at the bottom with them. And that's really, I'm going to call it what it is. That's bullshit. But that's how their parents raised them. You know? I don't understand how people would hate on somebody else that's try to elevate people. You know what I'm saying? And wait for a person to try to elevate him. Like me. I'm talking about me. I know I ain't the smartest chip off the block, but I ain't the dumbest neither. And some of these people that think they smart, guess what? They ain't got no common sense, so that makes them dumb in reality. You can read a book. You know how to be around them people, but you don't even know how to be around your people. It don't matter what group you come from, ethnicity, whatever your background is, you ain't that bad and you ain't that tough and you ain't that smart. You just fool people, right? But if you are that smart, that tough, that bad, hey man, so you should have a lot of want to get up off the ground. You can't be all that bad and tough if you don't want to get off the ground. Toughie. A lot of people ain't catching the drift, man. I told y'all, I enlightened y'all on what's about to come. A lot of people it's going to be something else that's just going to get the distraction because everything they've been putting out there haven't distracted y'all enough. Because distraction is a weakness. So you do everything in your power not to be distracted, right? That's when it's going to happen to you. It could be a loved one distract you, work distract you, news distract you, but you got to understand that's just what it is. You have nothing to do with nothing other than your work. If you at work and you distracted, there's a problem. But in this world that we don't govern and we property of the state, that's why they can do your kids the way they do them. CPS, we lost. You got to understand, man, if you had a baby in the hospital, that's a ward of the state. They help you deliver their property, right? It's almost like a plantation. It's always, quote unquote, the master's property of what goes on in plantation, what goes on in the United States and these other countries. It's the property of that country. If you had home birth, it ain't their property. Matter of fact, your child is not a citizen of the United States because it wasn't born in this situation. Why you think people try to come over here and have a baby on the other side of the, whatever spectrum they come from? Because this supposed to be, and they don't even know, they selling their soul for a jelly roll, but this is captivity over here. And guess what? The best thing about this captivity, we'll fight for them. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are slaves mentally, but they'll go fight for the oppressor. Man, that's some backwards thinking if you think about it. And then the kids are, I ain't hating on the kids that goes to the military and all that, man, but you already know, you better hope it ain't no war during the time of your child going through that military, because at the end of the day, you already know this country don't love us. I ain't talking about love like that, but like us or whatever, however you want to say it, but they don't cut for us. We just doing their bids. That's why when inflation went that way and only 1% of the world is in the race still. It ain't no more middle class. And it sure wasn't no poor people, but it ain't no middle class. It really ain't. And YouTube got this thing where they would try to discourage me from going on, and I get off. You can come on here and see it ain't nobody really, they in and out. But all that in and out comes up to about 100-something views by the time I get off. But they gonna try to discourage me and keep it 0-0. Go check out my live when it goes off. It takes about maybe 15, 20 minutes to upload after I get off live. Then you can start seeing them true numbers. But numbers ain't what matters. My message to get it out, whoever is chosen, it's that time to awaken yourself. You'll get this message and you'll say, you should say, appreciate you, brother. You're risking a lot to have this information the way you should have it out. The knowledge of understanding beats compromising. You already understand what you compromising for. I think United States, as a citizen, as a body, we compromise too much. So you got these old folks acting like we have no say. I thought y'all voted them in, huh? Didn't y'all say go to the ballot box and vote all these congressmen and senates and regionals? Man, they only gonna do what the boss say. And those that's gonna stir up something out of them. You can name one person on the legislature that voted or had any kind of say like what you said, and he or she is representing you. They going hard for you. You don't hear it no more because you don't want to ruffle no feathers. It's almost like the courthouse. You know, you got to give some, them DAs and all that, prosecutor, they trade. I let you win two. You let me win this one. Man, we definitely want to hem him up, man. We can't figure him out. He might cause an uprise or something. I ain't want to cause an uprise. Y'all the ones that cause an uprise. Don't promote no violence. But it doesn't really, think about this. Them riots that happened after George Floyd, they were so short-lived. The riots that happened after Trayvon, that was so fucking short-lived. So we are more to the point of seasonal. I'm going to say it like this. I hate that word, but blackness. We seasonal blackness. I think a lot of people wouldn't even get in it dealing with the culture if your partners from another ethnicity is looking at you like, what is everybody saying about this? You wouldn't do nothing if they didn't do that. Why are you up? And now you want to act like you so goddamn pro-black. A lot of people put their careers on pause for trying to fight for something. Let me say it like this. That people really didn't have their back on. It was a fad. Because you went right back wearing them folks' clothes. You went right back feeding that bull crap they try to get you to indulge in real life. You went right back. What a blackness at? Everybody got these stories, right? But like I said, I reflect back on my life And that means, to me, I have grew. A lot of people can't stand getting mature, trying to, find they itch, they niche, should I say. They feel like the age they are right now, they can't tell nobody that ain't where they want to be in life. A lot of kids, even your kids, are looking at you and saying, hey, this is what you want to do when you was little. I don't know if it's anybody that's in their career that thought about it when they was younger. I don't know anybody. It's very few, but I some people want to be doctors. Some people want to be nurses. Some people want to be firefighters. Some people want to be electricians. Some people want to be plumbers. But it ain't too many that stayed on that track of finding that goal because distractions. So I go back and I realize, okay, I'm going to reflect on my life and I'm just glad to be out. You know what I'm saying? I go by baby steps. I reflect on my life because I got another day to shine or do better for me and my family, or my family and me, who are all the proper talkers, right? But that's so goddamn irrelevant because people are so into they self, and I keep saying this. I don't know who this for, but you're not as smart as you think you are. Because a lot of people, they go against the grind and with the grind, and that you don't even think that's pushing you back to for your agenda. Because you thinking selfish, like you gotta downplay another person just to move up a ladder, man, your success is gonna be short-lived. You see it in Hollywood, you see it in a rap game. Your op is you hating on yourself with your switch. The only thing that's showing on the internet, like I said the other day, why we showing where are we getting this switching stuff from? Man, you thought it was a game when they said they were dropping crates of guns in Chicago? Kind of laughed it off, huh? Now I'm going to ask you another thing. What about where they getting these switches from? You don't see no other race showing stuff like that. So I would say you're pretty slow because you trying to get a viral video by selling your soul for a jelly roll. You don't think these phones are marked or tapped, should I say? You don't think these phones are tapped? You don't think that's, man, I'm trying to understand it, youngsters. Old schools, y'all help me out. So you don't think that the satellite up in the goddamn sky that's hooked up all these cell towers and you special, what you doing right now, if it ain't lawful, you think you slicker than a can of hand grease. I say all this killing, everything that's going on in the world is controlled. What do y'all think? Everything that's going on in the world is controlled. It ain't got to be directly towards you, but the situation is controlled for genocide. It's controlled, and you can see it every time you cut on the TV. In certain areas, it's young kids' bodies dropping. They fresh out of high school or can't get out of high school. But then the folks say they can make some decisions, life-changing decisions, huh? So they really thinking that they grown. Right? You got a lot to learn, yo. And I know a lot of people ain't got parents. I know a lot of people ain't got that leadership. So if you do have that, and you take it for granted, you's the fool. Because your parents ain't going to be around forever. Like your siblings. They ain't going to be around forever, so why you playing with life? You only got one life. And people be sitting in these corners thinking that they got the gift of gab, but that don't give you the right to sit on your ass and not make nothing happen, especially if you start having kids. If you start having kids, it's another level to this. or if you gave a damn. If your parents showed you any, man, you can't raise your kids the way your parents raised you. If they were some bad parents, don't be a bad parent to your child. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. You acted like a horny frog one night, and you and that lady hooked up, and now you had one, and a lot of youngsters ain't taking care of their responsibility. Man, say, man. Say. That's why the world is messing up. And I told you they already talked about this generation. There ain't no, don't act like you can't change, though. Don't act like you can't change. When they talk about this generation, man, you say, I'm different. You know, and it's so crazy, and there ain't no weakness about this right here. Weakness is what you tell yourself if somebody's trying to chastise you or somebody trying to elevate you and you just don't have the comprehension to understand. It's written in your goddamn face. You keep effing up. It's two things gonna happen. Well, there's a couple of things gonna happen after this one thing, but you're gonna disappoint a lot of people that had more faith in you than you had in yourself. And what you say to your homeboys, man, I can't be smart. I can't stay off these streets because you'll think I ain't for the hood. Man, that's they street, man. That's they block. That's they buildings. What you fighting for? So I had this reflection. And it's good to go back and reflect because we all was naive. Youngsters, I was naive. I'm the first one standing up in the church house. Yeah, I was naive. With a lot of my friends, they ain't my friends no more. Past relationships, we ain't in a relationship no more. Family members, they burned me. If they did or didn't, I felt like I was an all-around square business individual. I ain't got no reason to mess over my family. But ain't too many of us left, though. Now, for real, though, this is what the internet is showing. It ain't too many of us left. Why? Because we don't see no good examples around us. So that's why the next step that I'm taking for this channel, I hope it makes an impact. If I just reach one person, one youngster, because they say my age of audience is from, that's crazy because I know I got some youngsters. So I think the analytics, they shadow banning me. But they say 45 and up. So for y'all clucks that's sitting around with the retarded people in y'all chat, you need to go to your analytics and see who pays attention to you. Or can you even reach your peers? How can you reach your peers if you ain't doing nothing? But it's slow people everywhere. It's slow people everywhere. But like I said, I wasn't going to be on here long, man. Y'all stay up. Stay out the way. Reflect on your life from the past. And make sure you ain't doing this old mud duck stuff still to this day. Don't live in your past. Everybody got a past. And some passes are some bad motherfuckers you make a movie of. But there ain't no need sitting there. It's where you at right now. And don't talk about your future and you know you ain't got that talent. Like you don't have that ability. You can think big, right? But live in your reality. If you thinking big and you ain't got the motivation, you're lying to yourself. It goes back to the other live yesterday. Why do people lie to themselves? Why do you lie to each other? You still trying to impress somebody who really don't give a goddamn about you? Or you lying to the person that believes in you? That means you don't give a goddamn who you hurt. There's two ways you can look at that. Two ways. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe. If you watch it on replay, appreciate you spending time. I know it's different times and days. Some people just getting off work. Some people just went to work. When you get a chance, man, pop this replay on, man, and send some likes, write some comments, what you would like me to talk about. What you want me to hit on in the conversation. Write in the text, in the comments. I know how to read. We try to better each other, just keep this bull crap world moving the way it moves. And I know one person ain't gonna change nothing. But if I wind up being a light and some kids that lack guidance, but have got a lot of fruit bowls around them, so it's kind of hard to figure out what's real. Because you will go by, and that's the way of the streets, you will go by what your OG talking about. Because you want to be cool and you want to be protected. Half of these guys get in the game for protection. And then they start acting hard until they get their card pulled. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. They talking about it was going to be some rain down here today. There wasn't no rain. Not as much as to make it count. But like I said, man, been good riding with you, man. Until the next time. That'll be on Friday. I do my best. I got a busy day Friday, so this definitely going to have to be a quick one again. Lord's will, man. I'll get with y'all later, man. Stay up, stay blessed, and highly favored. But understand a favor don't come if you're not doing the work. You understand? You ain't just getting blessed off of nothing, off of prayers. You gotta get. He gave you the tools. Ooh, I'm gonna go through this alley. I ain't sitting up there in that traffic. No. I ain't sitting up there in that traffic. No. But anyway, holla at you. See you when I see you. It's your boy Slugger, nigga the North Side. Stand up, man. Austin, Texas, man. I heard it's a couple of youngsters got a channel, man. Don't make us look bad. Who gave them the right to talk anyway? But anyway, I get at you later. One.